On today's episode, we're gonna get crafty, like crafty as hell. I'm talking about the popsicle sticks. I'm talking about craft paper. I'm talking about scissors with the little squiggly lines. I'm talking about glue sticks with the eyes. I'm talking about, you know, pipe cleaners, things like that. No, I'm kidding. We're talking about craft whiskeys. And if craft whiskey should be your next move, I go by the name of, let's get into this one.
Play the intro.
I go by the name of Lord, let's serve you some whiskey. And we're back. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. So I want to say a huge shout out to everybody who's been following the channel so far. I know we're like only a few videos in, but hey, every subscriber and every comment and every like and every feedback helps along the way. I appreciate it, folks, from the bottom of my heart. Much love. I'd like to keep doing these videos from you, so just keep it coming and let me know in the comments what bottle you want me to review next or any questions you may have. So for today's episode, we're gonna get into craft whiskeys, and particularly one that I personally like. It's in my top 4. It's Frey Ranch from Nevada. Frey Ranch is amazing. I got into Frey Ranch from the regular expression that they have, and then I bought the uncut, which is a little more bumped up, and then I bought a store pick, and I was like, I'm sold. So every time I'm able to come across a bottle of Frey Ranch store pick, I have to pick up one. So today we are going to review none other than a store pick from T-Dubs. It's the 124.16 proof, and this is a single barrel. So yeah, I'm gonna pour it up real quick. Just alone, like Frey Ranch, like the bottle, the cork stop is heavy. The bottle is heavy. Like I'm pretty sure you can break a car window if you want to. I don't encourage you to break a car window. Don't do that. Please don't do that. So one cool thing about Frey Ranch I would get into real quick. Wipe this up. Please don't fall, please don't fall, please don't fall. Because that bottle was heavy. So one thing I would get into with Frey Ranch, and I'm gonna read straight from their website today. It says, we grow 100% farm to glass whiskey. It goes on to say, born from over 165 years of a Nevada farming tradition in our family, we are proud to be one of the few distilleries in the world to sustainably grow 100% of our whiskey grains on site, specifically for making a ground to glass whiskey unlike any other. Our world-class soul-grown grains are on point of pride at our farm, plus distillery, and showcased in every sip of Frey Ranch whiskey, which is the truth. So then, in particular, they have a small write-up for the uncut. Once again, this is like an uncut store proof, so this is a little different, but this is the premise of it. So the uncut is gonna range from 120 to 132 proof range. Once again, this one is coming in at 124.16. An older one I have is coming in at 122.88. So yeah, so it says our signature bourbon at cask strength. Every time we blend a small batch for our flagship 4-grain bourbon, we taste it at cask strength before we proof it down to our signature Go Proof. We always fall in love with the unique uncut flavor. Now you can too with the addition of this farm strength version of our flagship bourbon. Each batch will now feature both our signature 90 proof and this uncut expression. We named it Farm Strip inspired by how we like to enjoy our whiskeys on the ranch, and with all our whiskeys, this one is made from 100% grains grown on the Frey Ranch. Try them side by side for the best tasting experience. Yada 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 yada. It goes on to say we won a bunch of awards. So the mash bill, as you all know, I will go ahead and throw it down there, is basically 10% soft white winter wheat. It is 12% 2-row barley and is made on site, so they make their own barley on site. There's 11.4% winter rye, and there's 66.6 non-GMO corn that is in there. So folks, this is basically, you know, you go to some restaurants and it's like farm to table. This is literally farm to glass. I would say the cool thing I personally like about a lot of craft whiskeys, or they're super unique. A lot of these big distilleries that you've been drinking for years, they've had a profile that they had for like the last 100 years. Don't get me wrong, a lot of them are really, really good. They're like the best and the biggest of the biggest, right? But what separates a craft distillery from a big box distillery is the uniqueness of it. Think about if you went to a restaurant chain that's huge and everywhere versus to like a nice restaurant that's only in that particular area. They're gonna make their steak the way they make it, or the sea bass or shrimp or the eggplant parm, whatever, how they make it. It's gonna be way different if you went to a big box chain. So that's why I like it. So in particular, with this already, I don't know if you can see this, but the color is like, it's like golden. It's like a gold nugget. The nose is crazy. It smells sweet. I would say one thing I like about the Frey Ranch, I get sweet notes all the time. Very floral. Only one other bourbon I usually get a lot of floral notes on, and it's usually Four Roses with their high rye mash bill in there. But this is crazy. It's super sweet. The first note I would say I get, which is weird, is like an oyster cracker note. So a very salty note I'm getting on it. Getting a buttercup note. Not necessarily a butterscotch note, but more like a butter pecan. Scratch that, let's go back. You know the butterscotch candy? I would say we're definitely getting that. But not like if you bought like the cheap kind in the bag, like you went somewhere really nice and like there was like some handmade butterscotch candy. I'm getting that. There's brown sugar in here. And Teddy Grahams. I love Teddy Grahams. You like Teddy Grahams? Of course you like Teddy Grahams. If you hate Teddy Grahams, let me know in the comments. And if you do hate Teddy Grahams and you say that in the comments, then I'm gonna tell people to attack you in the comments. No, I'm playing. Safe space for everybody. Don't do that. On the fruit, I'm getting a pear note, which is so rare. Pear and honey. Let's go on for the taste. Oh wait, before we go to the taste, let's see what the legs are doing right now. I know it's not focused, but the legs are with vibe. They're holding up. Let's go on for the taste. I tell you right now, for 124.16, it packs a punch. Not a mean punch. I've had some store picks before from other big brands, in particular, obviously the Old Forester barrel proof ones. They're a little younger. They also drink very hot. This doesn't drink hot, but with this proof in general, it holds up. That flavor transfers over. So I can already tell if we added a little water to this, or if we added this on a rocks glass, it's gonna be a vibe that's gonna evolve over a period of time. It's not really gonna lose the flavor. All right, so already on the taste, I'm getting, like I said, that butterscotch candy taste. Definitely getting, the Teddy Grahams are still there. I'm getting honey. I'm still getting the pear. I'm trying to pick up. All right, so I'm gonna try something. So Freddie Johnson from Buffalo Trace, he did this tour and he told people to take a sip of water, and when they take that sip, to take a sip of, you know, what they're drinking, and, you know, let it hang out for a few, and then, you know, and you're supposed to pick up extra notes of not only what you're drinking, but a little bit of char you can be able to express it. So I'm gonna try that first right now, and then we're gonna get the water dropper, add some water to it, and see how that goes. First, I'm gonna clean my palate in general. Let's go that. All right, palate's done. Now let's go for the water intake. Wow, okay, you know what? That's like dark chocolate I'm getting. With that experiment right now, it's like a burnt dark chocolate with a caramel filling I'm getting on that. I would say the mouthfeel is really coating on this one. The legs are showing on this one. So this is actually pretty good. Like I said, I'm curious to see how this would hold up in an old fashioned. I would actually do this in old fashioned, to tell you the truth. I'm actually thinking I might get a few more just to do old fashions at the crib. That'd be really nice. But on the rocks, I've had, not this one, but the older store picks I've had before on the rocks is not bad. So now let's get into actually adding some water droplets to this and see how it holds up. So I got my trusty water droplet here. And you can use whatever. You don't necessarily have to have this. Honestly, you can use a bottle cap, fill in water, you know, way cheaper. You don't need a crystal wand, eyedropper, thingy majiggy. Thingy majiggy majiggy majiggy. Alright, so let's get into this. We get a few drops because, you know, 1, 2, and 3 for the row for good measure. And boom. And did it drop? It dropped. Okay, cool. Let that open up for a few. So let's see if all those notes transfer over still. Whew. All right, so weird. With the water, the first note that I got, it was almost like it was like fresh grassman cut. Now, I forgot let's go back to see the rye intake that was in here. 11.4% of the winter rye in there. Yeah, with that water, it's totally crazy. It's that 11.4% of rye, it's almost coming off as cut wet grass. It's really weird. I'm also getting a Chico stick note. The Chico stick notes always randomly pop up for me. I forgot, I reviewed some bottle like a few videos ago, and I got like a Chico stick note on it. It was super crazy. But yeah, it's pretty good. Whew. Taste wise, it's the same. I would say the water droplets I did, like the 3 I did, it honestly affected the nose more than it did the taste. Now with this being the foolproof expression that it is, you don't have to drink it as it is. You can literally, if you want to, add more water to this to proof it down to your personal taste preference. Or, like I always say, hell, add a rocks glass to it and vibe out all night. This is really good. If you are thinking about like a new bottle to pick up, one in particular I would recommend would be their standard offer expression. I forgot the percentage it comes in at. Let me go and check. I will go ahead and throw it up also on the screen. All right, so the regular one comes in at 90 proof. And what I remember from it, I don't remember none of my tasting notes, but I remember thoroughly enjoying it. So I recommend the Frey Ranch 90 proof is a good entry level. If you already passed the point where like, you want some, you know, the next level foolproofness, I would recommend this. You could start with the uncut. I probably recommend that first. Or if you go somewhere, you know what, scratch that. Start with the uncut first. That would be the great baseline. And then if you like that one, venture off into the store. And I want to thank everybody so far for subscribing and everything. It means a lot. We just started this channel earlier in this month and we have hit a milestone. Our first video over 100 views. No, I'm just joking. But thank you for everybody for checking it out. It means the most to me. Hell, let me know if there's a bottle in particular you want me to check out next or review. So 2 things. 1, what is your favorite craft distillery? And 2, what is the bottle that you like for them? And 3, bonus, if you've never tried a craft distillery, what is something that have turned you off from maybe even possibly picking up a bottle and trying out for yourself? If you like this one, go ahead and drop me a like, a comment, and subscribe. Yeah. And like we always say at this time, cheers, salud, sante, Kobe, and all that jazz. Frey Ranch, people, Frey Ranch. You're still here? What are you doing here? Go home. The video's over. Go watch another video. I'm closing up now. Go. You gotta go. You gotta go. Bye.